and the girl pointed vigorously at the key. After a moment, the young sailor shrugged and gave in. He tried the key in the police box lock. It fitted, and he turned it and opened the door. He ushered the girl inside and then followed her, closing the door behind them. Seconds later, the light on top of the police box started to flash. Then, with a strange, wheezing, groaning sound, the police box simply disappeared, much to the amazement of a couple of passing tourists. Inside the police box, Polly's hand went to her mouth. "Good heavens!" Polly was a young secretary, a typical dolly bird of the swinging 60s, and she'd just come through a particularly terrifying adventure. In a nightclub called the Inferno, she had encountered her present companion, Ben, a young Cockney sailor on leave, and a young girl called Dodo, who seemed to be travelling with a strange old man known only as the Doctor. All three had subsequently become involved in the extraordinary affair of the war machines. These were the creations of a power-crazed computer called Wotan, who had planned to use them to take over first London and then the world. The Doctor, who seemed to be a scientist with an extraordinary range of talents, had finally put paid to the war machines. His companion Dodo had decided to stop travelling with him and go back to live with her aunt. She'd sent this message, together with her farewells, by way of Polly and Ben. But once they'd delivered it and said goodbye to the Doctor themselves, Ben had remembered that the Doctor had dropped his key some time ago and had rushed off before Ben could return it. Urged on by Polly, who was consumed with curiosity about the Doctor and the police box, Ben had used the key to get them inside. Now, her curiosity satisfied, Polly stood looking around her in utter astonishment. She shook her head wonderingly. "Good heavens!" she said again. Considering what she was seeing, the comment was rather inadequate. She should have been in the cramped surroundings of a police box, jammed in together with Ben and the old man known as the Doctor. But she wasn't. Instead, she stood at the entrance to a large, brightly lit control room. In its centre was a many-sided control console, an affair of complicated-looking instrument panels arranged around a transparent centre column, itself packed with complex electronic circuitry. Various odds and ends were dotted about the room: a hat stand, old-fashioned chairs, some rather odd-looking statues. The Doctor was busy at the control console, and he swung round at the sound of Polly's voice. He had taken off hat, coat, and scarf, revealing check trousers, old-fashioned boots, and a frock coat worn with a cravat and a high wing collar. His whole appearance, shabby, scholarly, with a pronounced 19th century feel to it, contrasted strangely with his ultra-modern surroundings. Ben was equally amazed. "Blimey, where did all this come from? It was a police box, wasn't it?" "I think so," said Polly uncertainly. The Doctor was glaring at them in indignation. "What are you doing here? How did you get inside?" Polly pointed to the key in Ben's hand. "You dropped your key." Ben held out the key. "That's right." The Doctor snatched it from his hand. "How dare you follow me aboard the TARDIS?" Ben stared at him. "Aboard the what?" "TARDIS," snapped the Doctor. "It is a vessel for travelling in time and space. Now, why did you follow me?" "We're terribly sorry if we've annoyed you, Doctor," said Polly placatingly. "It was my idea, I'm afraid." Ben wandered over to the control console. "What's all this for, then?" The Doctor shooed him away. "Come away from there. Do you want to cause even more trouble than you have already? Those particular controls are for dematerialisation." "And what does that mean?" The Doctor pointed to the centre column, which was rising and falling steadily. "Something you and this young lady have just experienced. You are now travelling in time and space." Ben looked at him for a moment, and then burst out laughing. "Just make sure I'll get back by tea."